The crystalline chamber of the Galactic Council fell silent as Ambassador Anna Clark stood before the assembled representatives of 47 star nations. Her dark eyes swept across the amphitheater, taking in the various forms of alien life, some gaseous, others crystalline, many biological in ways that defied human understanding. Behind her, Captain Jack Morrison stood at attention, his hand resting casually on his sidearm, a gesture not lost on the council members. Ambassador Clark chittered high counselors, his mandibles clicking with obvious agitation. Surely you understand the gravity of this situation. The Krell Dominion has presented their claim to the Tau Ceti system. Your colony there is illegal by galactic law. You must evacuate immediately. Anna's expression remained unchanged, carved from stone. No. The single word echoed through the chamber like a thunderclap. Gasps, hisses, and various alien sounds of shock rippled through the assembled delegates. Jack allowed himself a small smile. I beg your pardon. Zexteri's translator struggled to convey his disbelief. I said no, High Counselor. Anna stepped forward, her boots clicking on the polished floor. Humanity will not be evacuating Tau Ceti. We will not be negotiating our departure, and we certainly will not be ceding our colony to the Krell. The Krell ambassador, a massive slug-like creature named Gordoth, shifted his bulk forward. His voice rumbled like distant thunder. You dare defy the Council's judgment. Human, your species has been part of this body for barely 2 cycles. The Krell Dominion has existed for 10,000 of your years. Tau Ceti falls within our historical sphere of influence. Historical sphere of influence, Anna repeated, her voice dripping with contempt, a fancy term for we passed through there once 3,000 years ago. Tell me, Counselor Gordoth, how many Krell live in the Tau Ceti system? That is irrelevant. 0, Anna interrupted. The answer is 0. Do you know how many humans call it home? 42 million. 42 million people who were born there, who built cities there, who cultivated that world from a barren rock into a garden. By galactic law, settlement does not supersede historical claims, Zexteri interjected, his tone becoming desperate. This has been established precedent for millennia. Jack finally spoke, his voice carrying the weight of Earth's military might. Your precedent was established before humanity joined this council, before you knew what we were capable of. A murmur of unease spread through the chamber. Every species present had heard the stories. Humanity's first contact had been with pirates who thought humans would be easy prey. Those pirates no longer existed. Neither did their homeworld. Is that a threat, Captain? Asked Counselor Velash, a serpentine being whose scales shimmered with bioluminescence. It's a statement of fact, Jack replied calmly. You've all read our history. You know what humans do when cornered. You know what happens when we're told we can't have something we've rightfully earned. Anna pulled up a holographic display. Images filled the air, human children playing in Tau Ceti's red-tinted sunlight. Vast agricultural complexes, gleaming cities, research facilities. This is what you're asking us to abandon. This is what you expect us to simply walk away from because a species who never bothered to colonize it themselves has decided they want it now. The law must be upheld. Zexteri slammed his appendage on his podium. If we allow exceptions, the entire galactic order will collapse. Then let it collapse, Anna said quietly. The chamber erupted. Delegates shouted, hissed, and broadcasted their outrage in a dozen different ways. Jack's hand never left his weapon. Anna waited for the chaos to subside before speaking again. For 10,000 years, you've maintained order through laws that benefit the old powers, laws that ensure the Krell, the Zex, the Vela never face real competition. You've built a system where historical claims trump actual settlement, where ancient species can dictate terms to younger ones, where might makes right as long as it's your might. She paused, letting her words sink in. Humanity didn't come to the stars to bow before another empire. We came because we refused to be bound by limitations. We refused to accept that the future must look like the past. You would start a war over this. Gordoth's voice was incredulous. Your species against the entire council. Jack stepped forward beside Anna, if necessary. But I don't think it will come to that. And why is that? Velash asked. Because you're afraid, Anna said simply. Not of losing a war, though you should be, but of what happens after. Humanity doesn't fight wars to win territory. We fight wars to prove points. And the point we would prove here is that your old order is finished. She brought up another display, this one showing Earth's military capabilities. The delegates had seen these numbers before, but seeing them again, in this context, sent a chill through the chamber. 87 colony worlds, Anna continued. 400 warships. 6 billion humans scattered across 50 light-years, all of them united by a single principle. We don't kneel, not to kings, not to emperors, and certainly not to councils who think age equals wisdom. Zexteri seemed to deflate. What would you have us do, Ambassador? Simply ignore our own laws. I would have you write new ones, Anna replied. Laws that recognize actual settlement. Laws that protect colonists' rights. Laws that acknowledge that the galaxy doesn't belong to whoever claimed it first, but to those willing to build something lasting. The chamber fell silent. Anna and Jack stood together, two humans facing down an empire of empires. Finally, Councillor Valash spoke, her voice measured. You would force us to choose between war and reform. I would force you to choose between the past and the future, Anna corrected. And I'm betting you're smart enough to choose correctly. Gordoth shifted his massive bulk uncomfortably. The Krell Dominion will need time to consider this development. Take all the time you need, Jack said with a smile that didn't reach his eyes. We're not going anywhere. As Anna and Jack left the chamber, panic erupted behind them. The delegates frantically contacted their homeworlds, seeking guidance for a situation none of them had anticipated. The humans hadn't come to negotiate. They had come to deliver an ultimatum. The age of human submission was over before it began, and the galaxy would never be the same. The end.